Assalamu alaikum. I am Amiyo Bhattacharjee. I will take higher mathematics class for class 12 new. Dear students, I hope all of you will cooperate. Okay, so let's start doing some maths. Suppose in one of my classes I showed you uh, write down to find out number of diagonals. Okay, what is the formula? The formula is followed by nc2 minus n. Here n is number of sides. N is number of sides. Here number of sides is equal to n. It is the number of diagonals. The number of diagonals is equal to this. Okay, number of diagonals. Suppose if we let n equals to 3, that means it is a triangle, right? It is a triangle. N equals to 3, it is a triangle. Very good. So 3c2 minus 3 is equal to what? 0. And we know a triangle doesn't have any diagonal. That is, number of diagonal in a triangle is 0. Now let's put n equals to 4. If n equals to 4, that means it is a quadrilateral. So what will be the formula? nc2 minus n. That means 4c2 minus 4. 4c2 minus 4 equals to what? 4 3 is 12 by 2 6 minus 4, that is equal to 2. And any quadrilateral we get two diagonals. You see, number of diagonals is 2. Okay, suppose if it is given n equals to 10, that is a 10 sided figure, that is a decagon, then we can write down 10c2 minus 10. What is 10c2? 10c2 means 10 into 9. Yes, 10c2 means what? 10 into 9 divided by 1 into 2, that is 45. 45 minus 10 is equal to 35. So if a question is given in the exam of 2 marks, that how many diagonals are there of a decagon, your answer is 35. Now if you are told, suppose I have found number of diagonals, but if it is written or if it is given number of diagonals and you have to find out how many sides are there, write down suppose a convex polygon. A convex polygon, convex means what? No angle is greater than 180 degree. A convex polygon has 44 diagonals. 44 diagonals. Okay, a convex polygon has 44 diagonals. How many sides are there? How many sides are there of the polygon? Okay, that's good. That means it is given in the question. According to the question, we can write to determine the number of diagonals of a polygon is what? nc2 n C2 minus n is equal to 44. Now from this equation, it is possible to determine the value of n. That is, we can come to know, by solving this, we will come to know the number of sides of the polygon. That is, we have to find the value of n from this equation. So what is nC2? What is nC2? nC2 means n into n minus 1. In this way, it is nC2 n into n minus 1 by 2 factorial. That is, 2 factorial means what? 1 into 2 minus n is equal to 44. Okay, that means we get n into n minus 1 by 2 minus n is equal to 44. Now we can take 2 as LCM. Now implies that 2 is the LCM here. Okay, so we are getting n square minus n, okay, then minus 2 into n, minus 2n is equal to 44. From this equation we can get n square minus 3n minus 88 is equal to 0. Now you resolve it into factors and we will get n minus 11 and n plus 8. By resolving it into factors, we can get the factors n minus 11 and n plus 8. So here we get n equals to 11, and you know number of sides cannot be negative. N is not equal to minus 8. N is here the number of sides of a polygon. Is it possible to become negative? No, it is 100% impossible that number of sides of a polygon is negative. Okay, now our math is done. Actually we have found number of sides. So what is the how many sides are there? How many sides? There are 11 sides. Okay, so we have got our answer. Now just can we verify here? Let's verify that we are right or wrong. Very good. For verification, we see it is 11, it is C2 minus 11. 11 C2 means what? 11 into 10 by 1 into 2 minus 11. So you see, we calculate 2, it is 5, 5 11s are 55, 55 minus 11 equals to what? 44. Thus we have verified that yes, our answer is right. We have 44 diagonals. You see, we were given in this question number of diagonals as by 44. So we have got number of diagonals 44. Actually what I have done, it was the reverse math, that is for verification. Okay, it is better to verify in the exam hall, otherwise normally the students will remain confused. Okay, so dear students, I think all of you have copied it. In one of my previous classes, I showed you some maths on, can you please remember, from the permutation and combination. Suppose it was given degree. Okay, can you please remember, the math was done on degree. Okay, the math was done on thesis. Can you please remember, the math was done on professor. Can you please remember? Okay, I think now you can do it because I did it. So I request you to just go through this, the maths on degree, thesis and professor. A full creative question will be given on any of these topics. Okay, it may be degree, full 10 marks. It may be thesis, full 10 marks. It may be professor. Okay, so I request you all to go through those maths. Then it will be very easy for you, because it is the most important math to be given in the examination. Now, uh, suppose it's okay that you can do the maths from here. If I give you some maths on, suppose an equation is given 4x square plus 4y square plus 6y. Okay, what will be its shape at first? Is it a circle? Is it an ellipse? Is it a parabola? Is it a hyperbola? Which one? Okay, at first you have to see here there is no xy. Yes, there is xy, but it is 0 into xy. Number 1. Number 2, the coefficient of x square and coefficient of y square. Write down coefficient of x square is equal to coefficient of y square. They are equal. So we can call it a circle. Very good. If it is a circle, now your question is that what is its radius? What is its radius? Question is that what is its radius? Question is that what is its center? So we have to find out the center and radius of this circle, right? So what is the rule? Can you please let me know? What is our first rule? I have to get the coefficient of x square and y square as by 1. So we have to divide all the terms by 4. By 4. We'll divide all the terms by 4. So okay, let's divide all the terms of both the sides by 4. Then we will get, if we divide by 4, then you see we are getting here, if we divide by 4, we are getting here x square plus y square by 6 by 4, that is 3 by 2. 3 by 2 y is equal to 0. Is it right? 6 by 4 equals to 3 by 2. Now what is the formula? Center. Center means what? Center. What is the formula? Minus z minus f. This is the center. Okay. That means we have to divide the part of x by minus 2. Okay. That means we are getting here, there is no part of x. So we are getting here it is 0. It is 0, right? No part of x. And y, it is to be divided by minus 2. So we will get minus 2, that means minus 3 by 4. So we have got the center, right? We have got the center. Have you got it? How to determine the center? We have to divide by minus 2, okay, of the coefficient of x and y. So there is no x, that means it is 0. Okay, its absolute size 0. And for y, 3 by 2 divided by minus 2. 3 by 2 divided by minus 2. So we are getting here minus 3 by 4. Now what is the radius formula? Radius equals to what? Root over z square plus f square minus c. And we see there is no c here. There is no constant term here. And z is 0. Very good. We are getting as 0 plus 3 by 4 whole square, c equals to, okay, 0. So we are getting here 3 by 4. Okay, its radius is 3 by 4 unit. So we are done. We are done. We have got the center and radius. Okay, please pay attention. It is important for your time to be given in the examination. Suppose it is given it is given in your question to solve. What will you do? How you can do this math? Okay, that's good, not a matter. uh, you just go for factorizing it. If we factorize, then we will be given 5x square minus 15x, okay, minus what, x, then plus 3, is it? That means we are getting here 5x, x minus 3 minus 1, x minus 3 greater than equal to 0. That means x minus 3 into 5x minus 1. Now you divide by 5. That means we will get x minus 3 into x minus 1 by 5 greater than equal to 0. I have taken 5 common here. Okay. Now can you please let me know is true if and only if for greater than sign, what I told you, is smaller than the smaller one and greater than the greater one. Here we are getting the value of x as by, suppose, 3 and 1 by 5. We are getting the values 3 and 1 by 5. Okay. So suppose it is 3 and it is 1 by 5. Now you see, if it is 3, it is the greater one. If it is 1 by 5, then it is the smaller one, right? So now what we are getting, what I told you, for greater than sign, the value will be smaller than the smaller one and greater than the greater one. So it is true if and only if x is smaller than the smaller one, 1 by 5, or greater than the greater one. As it is equal sign, I have put here equal sign. I think you have got it right. Okay, but if the math is given like, I think you have copied it, but if the math is given like this, suppose if the math is given like this, for greater than sign, for greater than equal sign, it is written, suppose it is written less than equal, it is written less than equal, it is given less than equal, it is given less than equal, it is given less than equal, then what will be our answer? Can you please let me know? Who can tell me? Okay, for less than sign, our answer will be in between. In between means what? You see, in between means 1 by 5, 1 by 5 less than equal to x less than equal to 3. It will be our answer. Okay. For less than sign, our answer will be in between. Okay. Copy it. Another math can be given. Please pay attention. Suppose you are given a math fx, okay, fx equal to x minus 3 is given, okay, and also given fx less than 1 by 5. It is given. Now you have to prove that prove that x square minus 8 less than 56 by 25. Can you please do? Is there anyone here to do this math? Okay, you see, what we are getting? We are getting here uh, x minus 3, okay, x minus 3. If I put the value of fx in the second part, then we are getting x minus 3 less than 1 by 5. Okay, from these two we can write it. That means, what is meant by this? It is minus 1 by 5 less than x minus 3, and it is less than 1 by 5, right? Yes, it is very easy and simple. Now with x there is minus 3, so what will be our functioning? Minus 1 by 5 plus 3 less than x minus 3 plus 3 less than 1 by 5 plus 3. What I have done? I have added 3 to both the sides. I have added 3 to both the sides. I have added 3 to both the sides. Okay, that means we are getting here, by calculation we are getting here, it is 5. Okay, it is minus 1 plus 15. Minus 1 plus 15 equals to what? 14, right? 14 minus 1 plus 15 less than, this minus 3 plus 3 will be omitted, so we will be left with only x, less than, we are getting here 15 plus 1, 16. 16 by 5. Okay, very easy and simple thing. Now what should we do? You see, there is x square sign in the proof, so it's better to get a square on both the sides, right? So 14 square equals to what? 14 square equals to 196. Write down 196 by 25. Okay, less than x square less than 256 by 25. Okay, by squaring we have got it. Now we are not done yet. You see there is minus 8. Very good. You take minus 8, that is subtract 8. So we are getting 196 by 25. Okay, 196 by 25 minus 8. Okay, less than x square minus 8. Okay, less than 256 by 25. Okay, 256 by 25 minus 8. I have subtracted 8 from all the sides. Okay, now you see the calculation. We get here 825 is 200. 196 minus 200, that is minus 4 by, we can write here minus 4 by 25. You see, minus 4 by 25. Okay, if we calculate it, we will get it minus 4 by 25. Okay, now it is less than x square minus 8. Again it is less than, you see, 25 into 8, it is again also 200. 256 minus 200 is equal to 56 by 25. Okay, now in the proof what we have? 56 by 25. You know what should be its previous part? Can you please let me know what is meant by this? Suppose it is meant by minus 56 by 25 less than x square minus 8 less than 56 by 25. Actually its meaning is this. Then what is missing here? You see, we don't have this part. We are done with these two parts, but we are not done with this part. Okay, not a matter. You please try to understand. Suppose it is 0. Minus 4 by 25, that means suppose it is minus 4 by 25. Suppose I am giving an example. It is minus 4 by 25 and it is minus 56 by 25, and it is suppose minus 56 by 25. Okay, is it okay? Suppose. Now what is meant by this part? It is meant by that x square minus 8 is greater than minus 4 by 25. It means this. That means if this is greater than this, so it is definitely greater than this. That means if x is greater than 2, that means x is also greater than 5. Am I right? So if x square minus 8 is greater than this part, that means it is greater than this. Okay, so we can tell that it is also greater than this part. So from here we can write down, implies that you write down minus 56 by 25, okay, less than minus 4 by 25, okay, less than x square minus 8 less than 56 by 25. From here we can write down minus 56 by 25 less than x square minus 8, okay, less than 56 by 25. So from here we can write x square minus 8 less than 56 by 25. This type of math is always given in the examination, dear students. There are 2 or 3 maths in the book of this type, so you all are required to go to all those 3-4 maths in the book. Okay, in my some previous classes I also showed you some maths from complex number, okay, and some maths from measures of dispersions and probability. I also showed you some math. Can you remember some maths were done on balls, to have the same color ball, different color ball? Can you remember please? To find out the variance, of natural numbers, okay? Can you please remember? Can you recollect your memories? Some maths were done on yesterday. I also did it. Variance, okay? Then you can do some maths to find out the variance of even natural numbers, even numbers. Okay, one of these two may be given. Okay, now the maths of balls, that means different color, same color. This type of math were done. Okay, so dear students, you please pay attention on those maths. Now for circle, you know circle, to practice maths on determining the tangent from a point, okay, or condition. What is the condition that it will be tangent? This type of maths are always given in the examination from the circle. Now I am going to do some maths from trigonometry, that is exercise 7. Okay, so you please pay attention here. I also showed some maths from trigonometry. Now you are given a math, suppose root 3 cos x plus sin x equals to 1. You see, root 3 cos x plus sin x is equal to 1. Okay, this type of math is always given in the examination, where the limit is given as by minus 2 pi less than x less than 2 pi. Okay, so what will you do at first? Can you remember please? What will you do in this type of math? What is to be done? You see, it is root over 3 cos x plus sin x equals to 1. You see, it is root 3 whole square, and it is the coefficient is 1 square. Now get it, a square rooting. That means what? 3 plus 1, 4. That is root over 4. That is 2. So we have to divide all the terms of this equation by 2. So we are going to divide by 2. Okay. That means we are getting here, you see, root 3 by 2 cosine x plus half sin x is equal to 1. This is the formula. Now use the value. That means, what is root 3 by 2? Can you please let me know? Root 3 by 2 equals to what? Cosine what? Cosine 30 degree. Cosine 30 degree means what? Pi by 6. Pi by 6. Okay. Cosine 30 degree equals to what? Pi by 6. Then it is cosine x. Okay. Then half equals to what? Sine 30 degree. That is sine pi by 6 sin x equals to 1. Okay. Now what we are getting here? Cos A cos b plus sin A sin b. We are getting cos of a minus b. Cos of a minus b. Okay. Cos of a minus b. Then what should be given? Cos theta equals to 1. What is the formula? Can you please remember? Cos theta equals to 1. Okay. Okay. We are mistaken here. It is to be divided by 2, so it will be half. It is half. It is half. Okay. So we are getting half means what? Cos half means cos pi by 3. Cos pi by 3. Please try to understand. Cos 60 degree equals to what? Half. So we are getting the formula cos theta equals to cos alpha. What is the formula? Let me know. Cos theta equals to cos alpha. So theta equals to 2n pi plus minus alpha. So we can write here theta is x minus pi. It is theta x minus pi by 6. This is theta. So theta equals to 2n pi plus minus alpha. Plus minus alpha. Alpha means what? Pi by 3. Now you have to write here n belongs to z. Capital Z. Okay. N belongs to integers. That means n may be 0, n may be minus 1, plus 1, everything. Now you have to find the value within this range. That means here x equal to, we can write down x equals to 2n pi plus minus pi by 3 plus pi by 6. We can write it. Okay. Now we have to calculate it. How we have to calculate? You see, it is x equals to 2n pi plus pi by 3 plus pi by 3 then plus pi by 6. One of the values will be like this. Okay. And we will get x equals to 2n pi minus pi by 3 plus pi by 6. we will get this value also. Okay. So if we calculate, we will get 2n pi plus, now calculate it, the LCM will be 6. So 2 pi plus pi, 3 pi by 6, 3 pi by 6, that is pi by 2. Suppose it will be like that. Okay. If 6 is taken LCM, 3 and 6, LCM is 6. So it is 2 pi plus pi, that is 3 pi by 6, that is pi by 2. Now here it is equal to, you see, 2n pi. Now it is suppose pi by 6 minus pi by 3. Suppose it is given. So 6 pi minus 2 pi, that is minus pi by 6. It is minus pi by 6. Now you have to find the value from okay. Now we are going to find the value here. You see how we can find. At first, we have got these two values. Please remember this and this. We should not forget this value. Okay. So draw a table. Write down like this. When in this way, value of the first one 2n pi plus pi by 2. Write down 2n pi plus pi by 2. Can you see the board? Suppose you cannot see the board. Okay. Write down here when, here you write down value of 2n pi plus pi by 2. Okay. Now there will be like this, accepted and not accepted. Okay, in this way. Here you give double vertical line. Now write down value of this part 2n pi minus pi by 6. Okay, 2n pi minus pi by 6. Your range was minus 2 pi to 2 pi. Okay, now write down it is accepted like this and it is not accepted. Okay, in this way. Now let's put n equals to 0. N equals to 0. If n equals to 0, we are getting pi by 2. So it is accepted. Okay, it is accepted. If n equals to 0, we are getting here minus pi by 6. So it is accepted. Because our range is given from minus 2 pi, it is written minus 2 pi less than x less than 2 pi. It is the given range. Now if n equals to 1, what we are getting? N equals to 1. For n equals to 1, we are getting here 1 means what? 2 pi plus pi by 2. 2 pi plus pi by 2. You see, 2 pi plus pi by 2 we are getting here. So 2 pi plus pi by 2 means what? Greater than 2 pi. So it is not accepted. 2 pi plus pi by 2, that means it is greater than 2 pi. So it is not accepted. Now if it is n equals to 1, we are getting here 2 pi minus pi by 6, 2 pi minus pi by 6, 2 pi minus pi by 6. That means what? It is less than 2 pi, right? That means 6 to the 11, 11 pi by 6. So it is accepted. Okay. Now, if n equals to minus 1, n equals to minus 1, what you are getting here? N equals to minus 1. That is, we are getting here minus 1. That means minus 2 pi plus pi by 2. It is what? Minus 4 pi. It is what? Minus 4 pi plus pi. That is minus 3 pi by 2. Minus 3 pi by 2. It is accepted. Okay. Now for n equals to minus 1, it is what? Minus 2 pi minus pi by 6. It is less than minus 2 pi. That is, we are getting minus 12 minus 13 pi by 6. Minus 13 pi by 6, which is less than minus 2 pi. So it is not accepted. Okay. N equals to minus 2. Suppose if n equals to minus 2, we are getting here, if n equals to minus 2, we are getting here minus 4 pi plus pi by 2. That means minus 8 plus 1, minus 8, that is minus 7 pi by 2. So it is not accepted. So what is the value of x? We are getting here x is as by, therefore x is equal to here pi by 2. What is accepted here? You see, you will give emphasis on this part. It is accepted, it is accepted, it is accepted, it is accepted. So when this is, so x equals to pi by 2, write down pi by 2, it is x equals to minus 3 pi by 2, and it is when minus pi by 6, and it is then 11 pi by 6. Let's see the answer. 37 to yes, we are absolutely right, and it is our math, and we are done. Okay, so you have done a math which is always given in the examination. Okay, so I hope you all will pay 100% attention to do all these maths. Okay, or this type of maths always given in the examination. Okay. Dear students, for your math exam, that is that will be held tomorrow, you have algebra, geometry, trigonometry, everything. Okay, you know. So what is to do? Your algebra part. Okay, that means first paper, polynomial. Okay, polynomial, that is chapter 5, first paper, paper 1. And paper 2, what you have? Paper 2, you have 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, this type of math. Okay, then 7. Okay, this type of, it will be in one group. Okay, it will be in the same group, group A. And in group B, suppose it is group A, it is paper 1, it is paper 2, it is paper 1. And in group B, you will get, suppose you have paper 2, you have exercise 10. Can you remember, please? Exercise 10 in your paper. And paper 1, you have what? Paper 1, you have circle. You have circle number 4. Okay, paper 1. Then just wait. Okay, I'm sorry. This part will be here. This part will be here. Paper 2, this part will be here. Dear students, you all are required to give emphasis on this exercise that I have mentioned here. Okay, you will get about 2 questions from here. Okay, you will get about 2 questions here. One question must be one question. Okay, here 2 questions. Okay, here 2 questions, or maybe here 3 questions. Okay, and here it will be suppose about this will wholly and fully one question, here one question. Okay, definitely one question. So here there will be another one question, so you will get all these questions. You have to answer only 5 questions. Okay, so if you do only these exercises, then you can get full marks. Suppose exercise 10, I did a lot of maths. I did exercise 7, a lot of maths, and it is question exercise 4. Okay, it is first paper exercise 4, that is circle. It is circle. You can get even two maths from here, even you can get. So you have got about all 8 questions. Now it is your decision. You have to answer at least 2 from every group. So dear students, I hope all of you will do the best for tomorrow's exam. If you have any query, any question, okay, you can ask me. I am going to reply your answer. Any question from your side? No question, right? uh, so dear students, okay, no more today. Thank you very much. Best of luck. Bye bye. Assalamu alaikum.